What's up, YouTube? What's up, everywhere else? How's it going? Man, it's so exciting. We got some good news here for you today. Welcome. You're watching the Gamestork live each and every weekday at 8 p.m., followed by the live stream of The Legend of Zelda, the whole series at 9. Join us there. Remember, this is live news. As we go through the news, you can comment, and I will see it, and we will talk about stuff, okay? But in the meantime, if you're not part of this channel, please be sure to subscribe below. If you enjoy the content, if you enjoy this video, hit the like button. It would go up. It would help me tremendously, and I would love for you to be a part of that. In the comments, you'll find a giveaway link that you can click to see the rules of the giveaway that I'm doing for a $35 eShop gift card. I hope all of you enter that because it's an awesome opportunity to grab some of these cool games we're going to look at today. So, without further ado, let me tell you, we have some deliveries today, and I did a thing, and I'm so excited. It will be time-stamped, okay? Because at the last minute, I decided I just had this great idea to do this really, really funny thing, and so I made like this new PS5 commercial. It's good. It's good. Okay, but in the meantime, we're gonna go through the news. I've got a ton for you. We're talking about this game called Flea Madness. We're talking about a new Wholesome Direct showcase that's going to show over 50 games. We're talking about free games you can get right now in the Epic Play Store. Man, we're talking about all kind of stuff. 100 times more powerful PS5. What? It's 100 times more powerful than the PS4. We need to look at this stuff. Man, we are looking at so much. I can't wait. It's awesome. Game delays, you name it. You're going to get it right here at the Gamestork. So without further ado, let's jump right in. The first thing we're going to talk about is this Wholesome Direct. This thing is happening next week, and it's going to showcase over 50 indie games. And if you're like me, you should love indie games, okay? Indie games are life, okay? Those big AAA games are great. They're awesome. They're amazing. But what happens in between those games, right? You get your indie machine out. That's your Nintendo Switch, and you play them on the go. That's the way to do it, right? So we're going to see some really cool games coming here May the 26th at 1 p.m. Eastern Time. You can join Wholesome Games live for the first ever Wholesome Direct on YouTube, which will feature over 50 adorable indie games with exclusive footage, developer interviews, and announcements. The online showcase will feature indie games such as Skatebird, Oblets, Half Past Fate, Little Witch in the Wood, and many others. You can check out the announcement video right here as we take a look at it. I'm so nice, I put it on here for you. Let's take a look.
Announcing the first ever Wholesome Direct, an online showcase of cute, cozy, and heartfelt games. Join us on YouTube on May 26th at 1 p.m. Eastern for the live premiere.
So there's a person riding a cat, birds, skateboarding. Like, there's so much stuff to partake of here. So May the 26th, man, this is 5 days from now, 1 p.m. Eastern Time. You can see that right there. It's going to be super awesome. We'll be covering some of those games. I think I'm going to watch and maybe pick out 5 or 10 of the best of what we see, and we'll kind of spotlight those and see what's going on. So any of those that you see as we go, or any that you know of from those developers, let me know. We'll talk about them in the comments. But this is going to be great. I think stuff like this is really going to catch on, and we'll see a lot more of this from a lot of different developers. It does my heart good to see indie developers really getting the spotlight that they deserve. They're the ones that most of the time push the boundaries and really kind of try new things that are crazy and wild, but sometimes work. You know, sometimes they don't, right? But sometimes they do. And speaking of things that sometimes work, there are some games out there that are just kind of crazy, okay? I'm just going to say it. This is one of those games. It's called Flea Madness, and this game has been confirmed coming for the Xbox Series X and the PlayStation 5. So a lot of those rumors circulating about the respective capabilities of these consoles have given us these questions of, like, what are they capable of? What are the games actually going to look like? The Xbox presentation made us think, oh, it's going to be this generation all over again, while the Epic, you know, them showing that engine playing for the PS5 or running on the PS5, which will run on both consoles, really made us think, wait, there's going to be something special. But this is another game that's been confirmed coming next gen due to it being pushed back. And this is a new multiplayer melee-based game. and it's coming to both consoles. So it's called Flea Madness. We're going to look at a preview really quick. I'm going to show you the preview. And yeah, it looks pretty interesting. It's pretty cool. We'll talk about it once the preview is done.
On a distant alien world ruled by insects, only the strongest, fastest, and most cunning predators survive. This is not one of them. This is lunch. But while prey is plentiful, so is the competition. The supreme predator must strike fast to secure its prey. Well, maybe faster than this one. Don't worry, little guy, you've got this. Speed alone isn't always enough. Hunters must be cunning and strike when their prey least expects it. Fortunately for this hungry hunter, its prey is as dumb as it is delicious. But in a bug-eat-bug world, even the fiercest hunters must stay alert. Or they may find themselves on the menu. For in the end, there can flee only one.
Yeah, doesn't it though? This, like, it looks so cool to me. Like, this is one of those where you don't really know what to expect, but it looks neat. Omen Seeker, by the way, what's up, buddy? My evening is great. It's awesome. Riley, yes, it does look interesting. I'm interested, but it is also one of those melee games. So I have to ask myself, is it just another one of those kind of arena battle games that have been so popular now, and it's kind of painted like bugs? The important thing, though, is this is made in the Unreal Engine, and that's like the focus of what's so important about this. So they put a lot of stock in that. This is coming next generation. It looks beautiful. It's cool. The textures are great. And honestly, I'm interested to see it at least. I love these kind of games. I like getting on and being competitive. I just need to find the one I'm good at. And to be honest, I hope it's not necessarily one where I'm just a bug trying to survive. I mean, maybe it's going to be cool. But I see all these games like Ninjala and all this stuff coming. Call of Duty, I'm terrible at them. I just want to be good. I am good at the UFC games, but they need to bring out a new game because the last one's grappling system is terrible. But that's, we're not reporting on that today. So yeah, anyway, this is Flea Madness. It's coming next generation. I think you guys are going to like it. We all should. And if nothing else, we're going to try it out. Now, you can pause it there at the end. There is a beta that you can play on PC, and this is something that you should take advantage of if you want to try it out now to try to get in that beta, which connects to their Discord and all that good stuff. So speaking of connecting to things, let's move on to the next section. Let's connect to the next bit of news, right? So this next bit of news is good for those of you who like, number one, strategy games, and number two, most importantly, things that are free. That's right. Free. Yes, the four-letter word that we all adore. Free! Free! So, if you go to the Epic Game Store right now, or epicgames.com, which I put a link to in the description, you can get this game for free. That's right, it was $59.99. Now it's absolutely free to you for a limited amount of time, or at least until the 28th. So you have 7 more days from this moment, right? If you're watching this in the future, this is past me, and it's the 21st. And don't believe it. No, you have to go 80 miles per hour to get back to the... Oh, wait. Never mind. Anyway, let's move forward. So this game is free up until May the 28th, 2020. Anytime outside of that time frame, unless you're a time traveler, you're not getting this thing for free, okay? Moving forward, things that we are getting, right? So I went through this whole thing where I was trying to get in the beta for this game. And Valorant looks interesting to me. It's cool. You never know when these games are just going to be that one. You know what I mean? Like, it's super great. It's going to be awesome. Blah, 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 blah. You know? And this will look interesting enough for me to try to get in and play. I wanted to film some videos. But I could never get in the beta. I couldn't get in the beta. It was like the website was like, fill out this form. Like our stuff. Watch some videos. Yay. And then I did all that. I'm like, boop, 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 boop. And then eventually I read the small print which said, oh, and you'll have a chance to receive a beta. I'm like, bro. I've wasted all this time, and I just want to play the game. Like, I want to play the game. I want to feature it on my channel. We'll get there one day where I'm big enough, maybe together, where they'll be like, hey, you want to code for this? But at this time, I'm begging for it. Anyway, but the good news for us here, which I'm getting at, is this Valorant will be available to everyone on June the 2nd. June the 2nd, you can get this game right around the corner, and we'll be able to play. This is Riot's new mashup, Counter-Strike and Super Powers. It's tactical, it's fun, it's great, blah, blah, blah. Well, I can't say it's great because I haven't played it. I just watched it. So, but from what I've seen, it seems really interesting, and hopefully it'll be really good. I hope. But yeah. So, yeah. All right. Yeah. All right. So let's move forward. I was going to show you a big preview to it, but you know what? We're live. I don't have a lot of stuff to say about a game that I could not get into the beta for, and I couldn't play. So, you know what? We got to move on. But if you see this guy here, this is Natsu, and he's from Fairy Tail, and he's making that face. He doesn't look very happy. Why? Because Fairy Tail for the Nintendo Switch, really all consoles, this game that's been announced has been delayed. They released an announcement over their Koei Tecmo's America's Twitter, and it says, due to the ever-changing world disrupted by COVID-19, Koei Tecmo and Gus Studios are pushing back the release of Fairy Tail until July 31st, 2020. The development team is working extremely hard through an unprecedented time to deliver the ultimate magical JRPG experience to fans across the world, and we appreciate everybody's patience as we put the final touches on this thrilling adventure. So, this is a game, I don't know about you, I'm a huge anime fan, okay, I love Fairy Tail, it's great. Could be an awesome game, could be amazing. So if they need more time, I would rather a late good game than them pushing something out that's not so good, right? So here we go. I'm willing to be patient. July the 31st is not that far away. So together, I think that we can wait. Speaking of things we've been waiting on, it seems like forever since we've seen Scott Pilgrim anywhere. It's disappeared into the abyss. And maybe Ubisoft might potentially be teasing on the return of delisting this game. Essentially, we're going to look at this a little bit, but Ubisoft is potentially teasing the return of the infamous delisted Ubisoft Montreal Scott Pilgrim game that launched in 2010. Last night, the Academy held a rewatch of Edgar Wright's Scott Pilgrim vs. the World, which is a great adaptation. Scott Pilgrim creator Brian Lee O'Malley tuned in for the watch-along, and O'Malley tweeted during the movie that Ubisoft should bring back the Scott Pilgrim game. After the Xbox Live Arcade and PlayStation Network title was delisted from both stores on December 30th, 2014, and at the time, it wasn't clear why the game was taken down, but it was most likely due to licensing issues. Now, despite not being tagged in the initial tweet, Ubisoft, which developed the game, responded to O'Malley's call with a considering emoji, hopefully teasing the game's potential return. The game was well received by fans of the graphic novel and was praised for its soundtrack upon release, which was composed by the American Brit-pop band Anaman Gucci. Yes, there you go. I said it. I didn't think I'd be able to say it, but I said it. I did it. Did you guys hear it? Did you? Yeah. I'm just playing. Okay. But this is a big deal. This game is really good. Like, it was really good then. It's going to be really good now. It's going to hold up. And it's one of those that I'm excited about seeing come back. Hopefully they do bring it back. But that's the thing with these games that feature, which is one of the issues with the new Tony Hawk. These games that feature music that is copyrighted, that they have to pay to use, like the licensing for this stuff is crazy, right? So having to pay for licensing rights to books, comics, movies, music really complicates things. And as we've seen in this, this could be an indication that maybe in the future, not so much. They could make some different music, something. But for the time being, hopefully they get all that stuff straightened out. And hopefully we get the opportunity to see this game come back, to play it again, because it's great. I loved it. Still love it to this day. And I hope you get an opportunity to play this game. Speaking of games I hope you get the opportunity to play, I've got 3 for you that just came out this week on the Nintendo Switch. I'm going to present these to you right here today live. And I want you to grab these, pick them up, and give them a shot because you will love them. Here we go. Each and every week, there are a lot of games that drop on the Nintendo Switch eShop. Because of this, it's very possible that you may look over some really good gems because, let's face it, there's a lot of fluffware on there, shovelware, whatever you want to call it. I want to point out 3 games that have come out this week that you do not want to miss. These are very high quality games, super, super great, a lot of fun, and you're going to enjoy them. So, without further ado, let's look at these bad boys. The first game we're going to talk about is a survival horror game that originally came out in 2018 for the PS4, and here it is now. Coming out this week, it's out now for the Nintendo Switch. The Persistance is a first-person stealth horror. It is procedurally generated, and every time you die and a new character is awoken by Iris, the layout of the ship has changed. Every life will play out differently, with different enemies to face, items to find, and power-ups to collect. Survival requires you to be stealthy. This game is awesome. Sneaking around and hiding behind cover, it's second nature. While you're playing this, you get to lean, you get to look, you got to survive. There's so many things going on that's so great. Once you're in the ship system, players get to control doors, freeze or distract enemies, disable traps, and find hidden items to scavenge. This is a game that doesn't necessarily look like it would be procedurally generated, which is why I'm so excited, and it plays really well. This is from Fire Sprite, based in the United Kingdom, and this is one that you should definitely check out. This is in the eShop right now for $29.99, and I would say that it is worth your time. Do you like golf? Well, it doesn't matter if you said no, because this game is for everyone. What the Golf is from Triband out of Denmark, and it's a game for people who hate golf. It's a silly physics-based golf parody where every golf course is a new surprising type of golf, some brilliant or hilarious, and others so absurd that they'll make you go, what the golf? So the Nintendo Switch version will feature a new and exciting local 2-player party mode that allows friends to compete in the cavalcade of very serious golf courses in an attempt to make it to the flag. But both play at the same time, like real golf. This version also integrates functionalities like the touchscreen and the gyro for select levels, and also adds a few surprises for players too. So this game is really cool. I highly recommend this. It's on sale right now, so you can grab this for $14.99, which is for a limited time. But if you go grab it today, it's a lot of fun. It's hilarious. Last but not least, we look at Journey to the Savage Planet. It's finally out now on Nintendo Switch, and this is huge. It is awesome. I'm extremely excited to play this game even more on the Nintendo Switch. This game is as fun as it looks. It is an indie darling, and it is out now for $29.99. In this colorful co-op adventure game, you play as the newest recruit to the Kindred Aerospace. Dropped into an uncharted planet with little equipment, you must determine if this planet is fit for human habitation, but perhaps you're not the first to set foot here. And as you'll find out when you play, a lot of things happened before you got there, are happening while you're there, and it's insane and fun, not to mention funny. So anyway, guys, let me know how you feel about any of these games and if you picked these up from the Nintendo eShop. Also, be sure to like and subscribe to this channel for all things gaming, all your latest game news. Stay right here at Gamestork. So yes, these games are awesome, and you need to check all of them out. They're super cool. I know you'll dig them. They're great. That's a video that I will put up separately if you are searching for that and want to come back to it. But yeah, you don't want to miss those games. All 3 of them are really cool. What the Golf is so much freaking fun that it's just insane. Like, I've had so much fun with that today. So I'm really excited about you guys playing that. Let me know what you think of it. speaking of letting me know what you think of things, okay, I want to know what you think of this new PS5 speed and honestly what this could be for us. Like, this is an interesting thing to where, Mark Cerny got on. They've announced quite a few things, and apparently Sony's claiming that the PS5 is 100 times faster than the PS4 thanks to its speedy SSD. Now, Sony is banking on the SSD. As we know, the teraflops are lower than the Xbox Series X. But as we saw Mark Cerny's presentation, he says, you know what? It's not, everything is not in teraflops. It's the build. It's everything else that goes in. And Sony said this, specifically the president, Kenichiro Yoshida, added that the PS5's custom-built SSD, which is faster than the SSD of the Xbox Series X, will enable processing speeds that dwarf those found in the PS4. And he said, in order to enhance the sense of immersion in games, we expect to improve not just the resolution, but the speed of games. For example, through a custom-designed high-speed SSD, we plan to realize the game data processing speeds that are approximately 100 times faster than PS4. Game load times should be much shorter, and players should be able to move through immersed gaming worlds in almost an instant. And this is so cool. Like, what we saw here from them is, man, my imagery is going crazy. But what we saw here from them is so cool, man. Downwind, you know what? That's okay. Xbox is amazing. It's going to be really cool too. But Xbox is pushing power in teraflops, and Sony's saying, you know what? It's not all in teraflops. We're going to compete with this SSD drive, which is better. So we'll see which is which. We know that like the Unreal is going to run on both and all those things. But, okay, I've got this thing. I did this thing. I had to do it. And here we go. Are you ready? It's funny. It's funny. You want to watch it. Okay. So Mark Cerny's presentation of the PS5 performance specifics was confusing. It was crazy. Like, people who they just got so confused so fast. There were so many people that tuned in, and they just heard all this terminology that they never heard before. So, considering this is 100 times more powerful, I decided to imagine that he had another one, and that they would simplify the message. So I did a little thing. Watch it here. Tell me what you think. Here we go. Well, hello everyone. The PlayStation 5 is super. Do
it!
Yes.
Just do it!
This man is very excited about.
So just do it! Just do it!
You see this? 100 times faster. It gets you pumped just like
do
this.
It!
Oh, that's right. 100.
Just do it!
That is what the PS5 does.
Just do it!
100 times faster. Just do it. As you can see, this is going to be the new slogan.
Just do it!
That's like, that is the most ridiculous thing. Oh my God. Just do it. Yes, they have to simplify their message and say, you know what, this is, it's just what it is. It's powerful. It's going to do what it's got to do. And that's pretty much what that means. But I laughed so hard at that. They don't need to make it crazy. Xbox has been doing a really good job of simplifying their message. And they're like, this is the powerhouse. This is what's up. And PlayStation needs to do the same. So they just need to just do it. Yes, Omen Seeker, thank you. I laughed at this. I was like, I don't know how I'm going to be able to make it through that. Because I laughed at that so much after I made it. I was like, this is great. Okay, so next, this is the time. This is the time of the show, guys, where you get an opportunity where we've replaced a feature comment. And this segment is called
Objection!
Yes! This is where I get to respond to you guys. And if you have an objection with something that was said, or you just want to add in and really just add to what was being said to any of these topics, this is the time to do it. We're going to read it out and talk about it live. This is the beauty of live news. And when you have one, when I see it, we'll announce that there is a...
Objection!
That is right. Objection. Which is fun. That's an Ace Attorney reference, by the way. I don't know if you know that. So I'll give you guys just a minute. While we talk to and I try to laugh this off, but you know what? That would be an amazing PS5 commercial. Like, people can say what they want, but that would be awesome if they were like, just do it. Like, team up with Nike, because they already have the shoes, right? Just go ahead and team up with them, do the thing, pay for it, get Shia LaBeouf to do that. It'll just be fantastic. So let's go and look at what we got so far. We'll go with more of an Xbox fan here from Downwind Hair 54, which is cool. This one was from a little bit earlier. Again, it's okay, man. It's all right. I love all the consoles. Really, I kind of lean Nintendo just because of my past. But whether you like Xbox, whether you like Sony, it's okay. The 360 was like the generation that I leaned Xbox over PS3. And really, this generation, I've kind of leaned PS4 over Xbox. So it just depends on who's got the better games, who has the JRPGs I want to play, and who really offers me the best experience in those. I think that Xbox could really simplify their dashboard a little bit, because it's like you have to go on a treasure hunt to find where you want to start your game sometimes. But other than that, I think it's legit. Like, that's where I love the Nintendo Switch. People say, hey, you know what? They don't have themes and all this stuff, but guess what? It gets you from starting that system up to the game the fastest. Like, legit. You want to play a game? You are playing that game almost immediately, instead of having to load up the OS, having to find your game in the OS or do something else, and then load it. So, yeah. Anyway, guys, this is your moment. This is your time. Anyone want to add? What did you guys think of the commercial there? How would you add to it? Do you think that they would use this commercial? All right, so next, which we have tomorrow. That's right. I keep thinking it's Friday. It's totally not Friday. So remember, as you watch tomorrow, to prep your
Objection!
Yes, because we're going to do the same thing each and every night, giving you guys an opportunity to sound off and have your input featured right here live. So thank you guys so much. I really appreciate it. This has been a great episode, despite the small little image things that were happening. I don't know. You know, you record a little bit of a practice, you go through, and everything works perfectly until you go live. But that's okay. That's the beauty. But you know what? You want it fresh. You want it here. You want it immediately, and that's what you get with Gamestork, baby. You got a fresh delivery. You got a funny commercial. You got game previews. You got announcements. You get them all right here live. No clicking links. None of that stuff. I put the videos in front of you, and I listen to you, and you can speak to me live, and I love you so much. I love you. Okay, I'm just playing. But anyway, thanks so much for watching. Be sure to like and subscribe below if you enjoy this content. Like this video. I need you to do that. Like the video, hit the red button, hit the bell. When I go live, you need to know about it, and I want you to be a part of this thing that we're doing together. Live news each and every night. Amazing stuff. We're going to do it together, and yeah, so you guys are amazing. I love you. I appreciate you. Thanks so much, and we will see you next time.
Gamestork, delivering news, reviews, and playthroughs like a newborn baby.